The community media category recognizes exceptional journalism, primarily in text form, produced at the community level. Entries in this category are limited to newspapers with an average daily print circulation of under 25,000 copies, or those that print fewer than 5 times a week. Entries are also welcomed from those online sources serving a local or community audience. There are 2 finalists in this category. From the Brandon Sun, The Knights of D-Day, by Eva Wasney, Colin Corneau, Andrew Nguyen, Tyler Stevens, Matt Gorzen, and Jim Luthwaite. This entry shares the stories and experiences of 5 Second World War Westman veterans from the Brandon area, named Knights of the French Legion of Honor in 2016. In print and on the Brandon Sun's website, readers are invited to learn of each veteran's D-Day experience, as well as other memories from their time in Normandy, Belgium, and the Netherlands.
We were getting along all right till we got out in the channel going across to the fighting range, and the boys were all pretty quiet. I wanted to go in the first wave, but they wouldn't take me. They took the one-gun crew. Those boys never made it. So I'm just lucky I didn't go in the first crew, I guess.
Knights of D-Day also educates, getting into the reasons why these 5 are only now being honored, and some of the problems with how the French Legion of Honor has chosen who to honor and when.
It should have been done before, but unfortunately we couldn't wait any longer because a lot of them are no longer with us, and they deserved it, as many others did. But for the 70th anniversary, that's why it was implemented, so that we could say thank you in person to most of them.
Knights of D-Day is a well-researched, well-presented piece that honors the experience of these 5 veterans and pulls back the lens to place their history into a broader context. From the Georgia Strait, a community response. How the worst overdose epidemic in Vancouver's history left the downtown east side to fend for itself, by Travis Lupick and Amanda Siebert. Readers of this entry are drawn into the opioid crisis in its first paragraphs, as we're introduced to Janet Charlie. The grandmother of 4 tells us of her final moments with her son, who died from fentanyl overdose. Through the rest of this narrative, the Georgia Strait doesn't flinch in showing the impact of this drug and these overdoses on the downtown east side community. The team made the time and committed itself to being in the community, among the workers, the first responders, its residents, and addicts, in order to be able to share their experiences. The Strait tells a gripping and important story of an overdose crisis that continues to unravel in Vancouver and increasingly across Canada.
It became more and more close to home, and the stories were one devastating story after another. We knew that no one really could stop us because we were doing the right thing.
Hey, he's dark cat, dark cat.
Hi, can I get an ambulance to 62 East Hastings around back? The overdose it's beyond any kind of comprehension that people would be dying in the streets like this. I would like to see the politicians come down here and witness this for themselves, because you just couldn't believe it. I think you cannot understand unless you see it for yourself what's going on.